Good evening. I'd first like to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. Um, this is not one of the reason. This is not one of the things that our company could have envisioned some years ago, and dealing with a situation like this. However, we do want to point out that the community has been great support for us over the years since we first began. When our company was first started many years ago, it was the community who gave us the opportunity to establish our business here, our our work, which led to many years of success. It was through the community support that allowed us and allowed federal regulations to ease up on some of the harsh permitting procedures that were evident at the time of our beginning. But also throughout the years, the community has also sacrificed. They've given up a lot because they had a chemical plant within their community. It kind of drove off some people for the idea of having chemical substance in the area, which made for bad business. The community endured most of that. They've always continued to support the company, support our work, and a lot of things that we've done throughout the years, despite losing some very good residents. Never once did they complain about the operations that we were running. Never once did they question anything that we were doing. They just simply went along with the program. And with that type of support, there's no way in the world any organization can be successful without that type of support from the community. Their commitment to us was unfound. Most people most people would fathom at the idea that somebody could be as faithful as the way this community was to us. We knew that with the complement of the community and the direction that we were looking to go, there was no way that the two could not have been a better partner and move forward in a success for both the resident and our organization. Our company's mission, yes, was to produce, new technologies today to help ease the energy burden of the world. We made many advances, many strides using, different technology for chemicals that we've, combined readily through the market. However, with this new technology and the chemicals that we use were drawbacks, which were waste material. With us being in a small residential community, we had nowhere to place this material, so we stored it. And over a number of years, you begin to run out of space. However, during that time, we continued to make it our business to keep the community as satisfied as possible, but also build on our side of the partnership. We made an extreme effort to be in the community by providing many family day picnics, um, offering jobs to a lot of the residents of the area who may have had some type of hardship at some point. And to this day, there are still residents who still work within our organization. But we felt it was our duty to give back to the community for all that they've given to us. And for that, we are truly grateful. Now, the decision to move the material through the residential area, I have to say, was a very careless decision. Um, when we evaluated that situation on our part. We didn't think of, we thought about it, but we didn't think in the place of the resident, of the community, of the society. We thought in the presence of our own organization and our gains and losses. Through the partnership that we've developed over the years, we've broken that bond. Our acts were reckless, our acts were immature, and they were predetermined. We knew that we were going to move that material through the residential area regardless of the situation, and for that we were immoral. When you have a trust between two people, two entities, you don't break that trust on one person's favor of decision. And by not allowing the community a voice in our decision, we simply turned our back on a society that has not only put at risk their development, but the lives of their children, the lives of their style, and the way of their community. When we make these decisions, the decisions made has to benefit both parties, in which it did not. This decision was at the best benefit for us and not the community. And for what it's even worth, the community is much more important than our organization. In saying what I'm saying, I offer my sincere and deepest apologies for a decision that was made. When I was asked about the different approaches to this situation, it was me who decided to push forward with this decision. Many of my chiefs of staff and many of the people in other departments and other executives tried to convince me that this was not a great move, in which I was looking at the gain of a higher position, how to save our company money, but at the same time, how to look good in order to achieve such a great feat. My emotions were completely blinded to the sympathy of our community. And again, for that, I am sorry. Our company, for many of years, had stood by the community, and their only wish was to keep the community happy and keep the community strong. We did not desire to hurt our community in any way, but due to my lack of responsibility, I faulted our company. So, because this act was mine alone, I forced the hand. I forced the issue. I was given an opportunity to turn the other way and not go down the street, but instead I did. So with that, I ask of the community to spare the company. Resign the fact that you want the organization out of the community, because it wasn't the company, it wasn't the organization. The act was mine alone. I beg that you give the organization another chance at building upon the trust that was once there. In that, I act to stand here and say that I am submitting my resignation from the company for the company. It was me who abandoned the trust between the two, not the organization. And to penalize both parties would be a true injustice. Our company, shall I say, the company, was always in the best interest of the society, not me. And for that, it's time to part ways with the cancerous seed. Through all of this, I have understood that you can't go forward with only one piece of the pie. You have to have all pieces of the pie to be a whole. That's just like riding down the street in a car when one tire goes out. You can continue to go on, but it's going to be a rough ride. But even at that, you continue to damage the car. Sometimes it's best to just pull aside, get that fixed, and move on. And in that, I am that flat tire. I can't be replaced. You have to bring somebody else in, or, well, I can be replaced, I just can't be fixed. But I need to be replaced. And there's nothing wrong with the car, there's nothing wrong with the organization. And I beg that you accept the apology of myself, of the company, and the staff that works for the organization. This will be a lessons learned for myself, in that I have to remember to always put first the lives of others and not the success of myself. Thank you, and have a good night.